So the first book I got for review was Enough Rope by P.L. Doss. I hadn't heard of this one when I was asked to review it, but the synopsis is what pulled me in. It's basically about a guy, his name is Tom, and he's an attorney. And one day he goes outside on a walk or on a jog, and he sees his dead friend hanging from a tree. The police department isn't really investigating the case, because it isn't categorized as a homicide. So Tom goes out himself to see who hung his friend and why. And then later on throughout the story, I think 2 or 3 more people are found dead. So I haven't read anything like this before, but it sounds really interesting. I'm really excited to read it. Again, that's Enough Rope by P.L. Doss. The second book is Goddess Spells for Busy Girls by Jen McConnell. Again, this is a book I haven't heard of, but again, it's not really a type of book that I've ever read, because it's not really a story. Instead, each page is filled with a spell, and there's pictures and instructions and things that you need to complete this spell and things like that. So it's a really short book, and it'll be a quick and fun read. So I'm excited for Goddess Spells for Busy Girls, and that's by Jen McConnell. Then I've bought a few books in store, and I decided to add these books to this part of the video. The first book I bought was Amy Carter's Pawn. This book has gotten so many good reviews that I decided that I needed to pick it up. And I know all of you have seen the book without the dust jacket on, but I just have to show you guys anyways. I don't really know what it's about, besides that the character gets like face surgery and she becomes kind of like this celebrity or famous person or well-known person, and she kind of has to deal with that somehow. But I'm not sure if that's true, but that's just what I've heard. The cover looks amazing. I have read a few of Amy Carter's books, and they have all been really, really good. So again, I'm excited to read Pawn. Then the next 2 books I picked up, I have heard a few things about them and decided that they'd be something good to read for the springtime. And those are Gail Forman's Just One Day and Gail Forman's Just One Year. So I don't know too much about this one or about the second one, but I know that in the first one, the main character kind of meets a boy and spends the entire day with him. And then, like, the next day she kind of thinks about all of it and reflects upon it, I guess. So again, this will be a great read for the spring, a light read, kind of a love book, so I'm excited to get to this one as well. I have another book from Gail Forman, but I haven't read it yet. And the next few books are from a website I recently discovered and am in complete love with it. It's called bookoutlet.com. Basically, it's a book website where they sell books for dirt cheap. And I picked up 10 books there for a little over $30. And they came in the mail last week, and I am so excited to show you guys. So most of them are considered scratch and dent, but I think they're in really good quality. I was expecting them to be a lot worse, but most of them are pretty nice. So the first 2 books I picked up were The Carrier of the Mark, or Carrier of the Mark. I am not sure how to pronounce the author's name, but the cover looks fantastic. Again, I have no idea what this one is about, nor do I have any idea what the second one's about. And the second one is called Shadow of the Mark. I've just seen them in a lot of book hauls. I've seen a lot of people just having them. I've seen them in the store. So I decided just to go ahead and pick them up, especially when they're so cheap. The next 2 are another series or another trilogy or what have you, but that I've been seeing around quite a bit again and have no idea what they're about, but I decided to pick them up for the same reason as I did with the last ones. And those ones are Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi and Unravel Me by Tahara Mafi. I'm not sure what book this is. I know that Shatter Me is the first one, and I have no idea if this is the second or the third, but I'll definitely figure that out later on. So The covers look absolutely amazing. I love them. Okay. The next one, or the next two, I've heard so many great things about. And I don't think too many people have read them, but everyone that has read them really enjoyed them. So I got Monument 14, and that is by Emmy Laybourne. Not only does the cover look amazing, but the synopsis sounds awesome too. It's basically about these kids that are stuck in a grocery store, and that's all I know. But how interesting is that, being stuck in a grocery store? You have everything you need to survive, especially if it was like Walmart or something. So I got the next one too, I think. Maybe it's the second book. I got Monument 14, Sky on Fire, also by Emmy Laybourne, I believe is her last name. And again, the cover looks phenomenal. I have no real idea what the second one's about, but I don't really want to read the synopsis because I don't want it to give anything away from the first one. So I picked up those two. Then I picked up Bumped and Thumped by Megan McCafferty. These ones actually came out a few years ago when I first started blogging, and I was really excited to pick them up and read them, but for some reason I just never ended up buying them or never ended up borrowing them from the library, and I ended up just forgetting about them. So when I saw them on the website for I think $1 or almost $2 each, I decided that I should just get them and get them read. Basically, it's about these twin girls, and one of them gets pregnant, and they somehow have to deal with that. So I am excited for those. Excited. So the next one is Bad Taste in Boys by Carrie Harris. I don't know what this one's about, and I just really love the cover and decided to pick it up, especially since it was only $1.70. How crazy is that? I love Book Outlet. That's it. It's a really small book, so I'll probably get this one done in less than a day. The last book I picked up at Book Outlet was Arise, a Hereafter novel by Tahira Mafi. I thought I owned Hereafter in hardcover, so I was a little upset when I was like, oh, this is paperback. Okay, I'll go ahead and get it anyways. But then when the box comes in the mail and I open it up and want to put my books away, I realized that I don't actually have Hereafter, and that I might have thought I did, or I had it in my cart and then I put it back in the shelf at the store, or for some reason I don't own it. I thought I did, but I guess I don't. But at least now I can buy it in paperback so they match. So again, that's Arise by Tara Hudson. Again, I don't know really what they're about, but I just love the cover of the first one and the cover of this one. So those are all the books I got for review, as well as the books that I purchased from Book Outlet. Stay tuned for part 2. I have books that I won in a giveaway, as well as books that I picked up at a half-price Book Outlet sale. So that's gonna be probably another 30 books to show you. Maybe a little less than that, but quite a few books still to go. So go ahead and click the next video. Bye.